and Faroe Field named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Missouri Tigers offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it in down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series, taking a shot down the field. They got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
The run to the left. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab over the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown! that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that, a cornerback, that could do that in a game like this. But this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Missouri! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right, the opponent.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Back to pass, it's Singleton. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Catch in the middle. It's Manning.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. Leaves it with the back. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a ring.
Looking for space. It's Lacey. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Back to throw, it's Singleton. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to pass it on second down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Run in the red zone. It's Lacey. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri! These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The returner will field it and bring it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. He'll start this drive firing. Gets it out fast.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Powers through the defender. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Dropping back, it's Singleton. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt them. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open. but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield using the quick game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ncaa.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. He's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Missouri will snap it in the red zone. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel it for a whole length of the game.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the stakes.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They're working that left side. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Tiger! And the punishment has been extended. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get...
Afterburners! Oh, my goodness, he's still moving! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The give out of the gun. The Razorbacks get enough for the 1st down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? when it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Singleton. Grabs it in the middle. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run from the shotgun. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill, They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Motion from the offense. Dialing up a second down pass play. He slings it deep to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Missouri. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. We hit the 2-minute warning and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. 4th down and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Cano. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory.
Can anyone catch him? He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. It's now second and goal. Got it.
And lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5.
Here we go. Griffin.
He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got second and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got third and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on fourth.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to buy time. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the fourth and goal.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to go up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks it up, still on his feet. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.